Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video we are talking about Echeveria Black Queen. Now it's an extremely beautiful succulent. The colors have faded off because it's a genus of Echeveria. It is getting into its growing period. Winter was the dormant period, so if you're a person who tends to use fertilizers, you can add a little bit of fertilizers during the growing period. A liquid based fertilizer would work out fantastic. You can either do it once a month or once in 2 months, but always remember to dilute it. Take 1/4 and dilute it in a liter of water and then give it to your succulent. Never use fertilizers on dry soil. It will definitely harm your succulent. It's an extremely beautiful succulent. The colors are not very visible right now, but it becomes very dark in color, just like the other darker varieties like Black Rose, Black Prince, Black Knight. All of these varieties, they tend to get very dark during the winter period. Propagation is pretty simple. You can do a leaf propagation. You can separate the offsets from the mother plant once they reach a decent size. You can even do a beheading. In case if your succulent starts to stretch, you can even do a stem cutting. It prefers a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. Only then the colors will be visible. If you're putting it out in morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours, ensure that your succulent is completely acclimated and then put it out in direct morning sunlight. It can be grown in indirect bright light, but the colors will not be intense. You can grow it indoors provided you have a good quality of grow light. Now always remember, Echeverias cannot handle too high temperatures. Like anything above 40 degrees Celsius, the succulent will start having some issues. Apart from that, the succulent will get semi-dormant in the growing period as well, only if the temperatures rise above 40 degrees Celsius. So you will have to try and make a setup wherein your succulent will not get damaged with the excessive heat. You can probably move it indoor, but again, if you're going to move it indoor, you definitely need a grow light, or you can keep it in a place where it receives a good amount of either morning direct sunlight or indirect bright light. Only then you will be able to grow the Echeveria indoor. Light is very important for an Echeveria. You cannot grow it in a very low light condition. Apart from that, mealybugs are not much of an issue on this variety unless if there is a bloom, but it's always better to do a routine check, probably once a week or once in 2 weeks. Talking about the soil has to be loose, porous and well draining. Water only when the soil is completely bone dry, and then do a complete watering until the water starts passing through the drain hole. Now if your soil tends to remain moist, please do not add more water. The succulent will get overwatered and will start getting rotted. When you're watering, please do not water on the succulent leaves. You have to water the soil. Please do not drop water on the succulent leaves. There is a risk of either the succulent getting burnt with the water droplets if your succulent is out in morning direct sunlight, or there can be a crown rot. Again, it is not that every time that's going to happen. There is a high chance that this might happen. Either your succulent can get a crown rot or a stem rot, or if your succulent is out in morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours and if there are water droplets on the leaves, the place where there are water droplets, the leaves will get burnt. So always ensure that whenever there are water droplets on the succulent, even by accident, if you happen to drop water on the succulent leaves, always use a succulent blower and blow off all the water from the succulent leaves to be on the safer side. Now there are different varieties of these succulents. I think the person whoever created this, or probably this was the series that was inspired from the medieval period, because you can see this is Echeveria Black Queen. We have Echeveria Black Prince, then we have Echeveria Black Knight as well. So there are so many varieties in that. Apart from this, it is quite confused with Echeveria Black Rose. Now this is Echeveria Black Queen and this is Echeveria Black Rose. So you can see there is a lot of difference between both the varieties. This is Echeveria Black Rose and this is Echeveria Black Queen. Again, my Echeveria Black Rose is starting to lose all the color because it's getting into its growing period. Otherwise it tends to turn completely red in color. So that was all about Echeveria Black Queen. It's a pretty easy to grow succulent. If you are a beginner, you can definitely add it in your collection. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.